Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets, today joined by...
Master Duke of Distillery.
Yes, and reviewing some more Polish beer. You've had a few Polish craft beers with me, right?
Yep, and
They've
so far
been
it's
really
good.
I mean, Poland is one of the booming craft beer nations. So this was sent to me from Browar Kingpin. They have made some really good beers. They sent me out a few beers in their range, and they have a beer called Geezer and Turbo Geezer, which is the beer that kind of made them famous, I guess, which is... the base beer is like an Irish, called an Irish espresso stout or something like that. Which is kind of like, they call it a foreign stout, but I guess the Irish part is because maybe the base is a dry stout, but it's stronger than a dry stout, so they couldn't call it a dry stout. But I think it's something like that. But this is their Turbo Geezer, which is the double version of Geezer on 8.3%. And then the special thing about this is that it's limited editions because this one here is aged in bourbon barrels, and this one is aged in bourbon barrels with raspberries. Sounds awesome.
The labels.
Yeah, the labels are so... I love those pigs. He's riding alligators? They're really...
With the barrel.
Yeah, with the barrel. Really, really cool artwork. You can, of course, see that in the picture in the end of the video, if you can't see it properly on here. But, so, the regular Geezer has... been aged or brewed with like oak chips that's been soaked in whiskey. Okay. So this is kind of like, instead of just that, going full on with a bourbon barrel aging. Yeah. And it's at 8.3%, and they call it a double Irish espresso stout. And it's made with vanilla beans, bourbon barrel aged, and then it's also got coffee, and then I think that was about, oh, and lactose. So.
Damn. It's really everything you want to do in the stout.
We're going to try
to dry Irish stout.
So we're going to try and do them side by side. So we have 4 glasses and see which one we like the most. And yeah, let's get started. So we got both of them poured. As you see, the head is a little bit disappointing. It's not got a lot of head, especially the regular bourbon barrel aged edition. But that might be because of the barrel aging. And,
we'll see.
I'm not sure. We'll see. It looks like it has carbonation though, but it looks like it's going to be very soft carbonation. But I guess we'll start with the bourbon barrel aged. So pitch black. We're not going to talk about colors on both, but they're pitch black. Yeah. There's a brown film. Bourbon bomb.
It smells awesome.
It smells awesome. There's a lot of bourbon. As soon as you got your nose close to bourbon.
Really bourbon and like dry, maybe the dry stout and oak.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very oaky. Toasted oak. Yeah. Vanilla. Oh, and smoky.
Some coffee. Also.
Yeah, coffee. There's a coffee, but it's kind of like cold brew, but it's the bourbon that dominates. Yeah. It's not cold brew coffee, but there's definitely also smoke to it. You want to taste it? Yeah. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, and thanks a bunch to Browar Kingpin for the beer. Whoa, that's a lot of bourbon. Almost like too much bourbon.
Wow, yeah.
But
not a lot of carbonation.
No, and it's kind of thin. It's not super thick. The regular Turbo Geezer feels thicker than this. Yeah, actually.
It's probably medium, maybe lower side of medium.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's like a medium body. But man, there's a lot of bourbon flavor and oak. Like it's a bourbon oak bomb. But otherwise, that charred, smoky, whatever. But there's a silkiness to it. I think that's from the lactose. It's not. Yeah, it's not creamy, but silky. And
licorice.
Yeah, licorice. Salmiak. Salmiaki. It's like salty licorice. It's got some umami thing going on, but tons of bourbon and tons of oak. It's got a little bit of sweetness. It's not too much. It's more on the roasties. Well, actually, there is a good deal of sweetness, but it's just the bourbon is so intense. Yeah. Yeah, the bourbon and the oak. It's really dry. Yeah. So let's move on to the raspberry one. It looks like this one's going to have a little more.
So it should be totally the same.
Yeah, the same. Just this has raspberries in it, and it's got head retention too, and a very soft carbonation to it. I think maybe the problem with this is that maybe it's got damaged in transit, because actually some of the bottles they sent broke. So maybe the cap hasn't been completely fitted on there. I think that might be it. Maybe. I'm not sure, because this one looks fine, but let's take a look on it. Oh wow! Yeah, that smells like raspberry dessert. Definitely raspberry. Raspberry dessert, kind of like a raspberry ice creamy thing that you pour bourbon over and light it on fire. Yeah. This smells more like what they set out to do compared to this one, because this one, but with the carbonation.
Ice cream almost.
Yeah. Because you're getting like vanilla and raspberry. It's almost like raspberry sorbet ice cream thing with bourbon and oak and vanilla. It smells really nice. Definitely like more intensity to it than the other one.
Yeah.
And there's a hint of the coffee. There's a hint of the almost smoky.
But everything is underneath that.
Bourbon.
No, I would say
Raspberry.
that's for the raspberry. In this one.
Yeah. The raspberry is the dominant. But I guess they added fresh raspberries to the barrel.
Yeah.
And that's how they got that flavor. But it smells really nice. It's good to taste.
I want to try this.
Cheers. And again, thanks to Brewer Kingpin for the beer. Oh, that's much better compared to this. Has more mouthfeel, more carbonation, and then you get that fresh tart raspberry flavor.
A little bit bigger mouthfeel. Also.
Yeah, like higher side of medium, almost to the low side, full high side of medium. I think this one has been damaged in transit, maybe, or maybe it's just our bottle or
just in the glass. It looks quite different.
They look different because that one has head and everything, but really nice raspberry flavor. And then you get the bourbon and the bourbon sweetness and the kind of intense oaky character as well as the other one had that charred oak. That's pretty intense on it. And then you get a little bit of like a vanilla sweetness in the coffee. The coffee in both seems to be undertones, but that might be because coffee flavor drops off over time. And if they barrel aged it and then didn't add the coffee during the barrel aging or after the barrel aging, they added it like it was the turbo geyser with the coffee and everything, and then in the barrels it's bound to fade a little.
Yeah.
But you're definitely getting that the vanilla and more of a silky, chewy mouthfeel to it, but it's not completely rich and full.
Also, I think maybe like even for a stout, I would probably.
But again, it's not imperial stout. It's
not imperial stout. Yeah. That may be.
I mean, for a same style as Guinness, this is 10 times better.
But it doesn't have the what you used to in your anything but Irish stout. So maybe it's the dead on how Irish dry stouts.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it doesn't have a lot of carbonation.
No.
Even for this.
Yeah, it's very soft carbonation, but I mean Guinness doesn't feel very carbonated and effervescent because of the nitrogen.
Yeah, that's not true.
I prefer the raspberry, but I actually prefer Turbo Geyser, the regular one without barrel aging over the other one.
Okay.
I gave that a 93, and I thought it was really nice. I think because that one had more carbonation, it feels like it had more mouthfeel, and you got more of the coffee and vanilla flavors and whatnot. For me, this is like a straight up 90. It's a really nice, very raspberry forward imperial stout with the barrel character. For this, I'm like 85. I mean, it's good, but it needs like a lot of.
I don't think this
carbonation.
Is how the beer.
No. Yeah, I think it's just because of the damage in shipping.
Because we can see on the
the difference because it's the same beer, just this has raspberries, and you can see a big difference.
Yeah. I was actually thinking 85 on the regular bourbon barrel version, and then probably something like 91-ish on the raspberry version. Definitely
try and give them a go. They're pretty nice, imperialized Irish dry stouts.
There you go.
So check them out, guys. Thanks a bunch to Brewer Kingpin for sending them out.
Yep.
And as always, subscribe to the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. And we're gonna say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.